Hi again. So, with the University of Michigan's interview right around the corner, we thought it would be a great idea to put this video together that goes over MMIs, multi mini interviews. Basically, we'll cover what they are and give you some tips on how you can ace them. And we're very excited to share this with you because we've received several comments asking us to specifically talk about MMIs. So, what are multi mini interviews? Think of it as shortened behavioral based interviews that happen multiple times with different interviewers. Now, let me break it down a little bit further. Simply put, you will walk into a booth of some sorts. After reading a question prompt, you will speak your response. Your interviewer will hear your response while also adhering to time limits. After which you give your response, you'll move on to another booth, repeating the process multiple times, multi-mini interviews. Now, in the wake of virtual interviews, not much changes, and not much changes from the candidate's preparation. There are two ways that the virtual MMI situation can happen for you. In one end, very simple. It would be the same context as walking physically from booth to booth, answering questions. Same thing would happen using something like Zoom, where you would just get a new interviewer asking you a question for you to respond. Now, what can also happen and what several DDS schools have been using is a tool like Kira. In this case, the only thing that changes in the process is that you don't have and you don't see a human, a person asking you the question. All you see is a question prompt on the screen, and then you get a couple minutes right after seeing it to speak out your answer, and then you move on to the next question. So think of it in that sense, just like you recording a TikTok video of yourself.
Hi. Now, what are the few things that you should keep in mind while prepping for an MMI? Number one, do not be fazed by the time factor. Yes, it's true that the clock is ticking, but that is not a priority here. The focus is on whether you can gather your thoughts, speak with clarity in a calm and composed manner. Now, that is what they're looking for, and that has got more weightage. So, and it's pretty much like in any other interview. And that's what you should keep in mind while preparing for your MMIs. And you will be given around 3 minutes at least to respond to a session. Number two, now before you start answering your questions, you will be given some prep time. Now, what we recommend is that you understand how you would want to utilize that time depending on your strengths. So, some of you may want to actually start thinking what to say in the answer, while some others may want to try and think how to structure your answer. Now, regardless of what you decide and regardless of what you do, we recommend that you analyze and understand what works the best for you and then stick to that throughout your prep session to sort of build and strengthen your memory muscle. Muscle memory. All right, number three. Number three is once you start responding, what you have to remember, or rather, what we recommend is that you specify and you bring shed light on that one example or one memory or one experience or one story and then elaborate on it instead of piling on multiple instances, because as you know, time is a factor here, so you don't want to be going on and on about multiple things and then not being able to finish it. So what you can do is speak about that one instance or one story and then make it a very effective answer. Narrate that one tale effectively and you would absolutely change the face of your response. This way you strike by effectively delivering your thoughts and your story. Now, number four would be specifically for UMich, watch out for situational questions along with your behavioral questions. So you have your usual tell me about yourself and your failures, your strength, your weakness, etc. And then along with that, you will have questions like, they'll lay out a scenario in front of you, a situation in front of you, and you have to try and put yourself in the shoes of the person and then answer the question. So this is what you can expect from UMich. Now, having said those 4 points or 4 tips for you, the last thing that we would want to tell you is this. Regardless of whatever you do, to succeed in an MMI, what you need to do is practice, practice, and practice, right? Get comfortable speaking to a computer rather than to a person or to a face on a Zoom screen. practice that. And trust yourself and trust the process, and know that once you get more comfortable doing this, the easier your actual interview is going to be. That is a given. Because the only difference here is that you're speaking to a machine, right? And if you keep practicing that, you will definitely get the hang of it and you will be ready to go ace your MMIs. Now, hope this helped you. And as usual, if you have any more questions about MMIs or any other interview for that matter, leave comments or give us a call and we'll surely help you out. We'll reach out to you and we'll clear your doubts. And also from our community of international dentists, we know that a lot of you have, questions and concerns about MMI and how to tackle them. So if you know any other friends of yours or your co-applicants who are going through the same journey, do share this video with them and help them out. Right? Along with that, we have also come up with a tool which will help you simulate the actual ambience of the final interview that you're going to give the MMI, just like a Kira interview platform. And this way, you get to practice with an actual timer and with an actual question prompt and get an idea as to how this can be done. And this is a very good way to practice your questions. So if you want to get access to that tool, again, visit our website and book a starter call and get in touch with us. And we'll also link that in the description. And we'll be more than happy to help you out with this, right? And see you soon with another video. Until then, keep prepping, keep practicing. Like we said, that is key. And you'll surely have a great interview, right? And till then, good luck.